Today we'll be talking about a great remaster that's been released for the PlayStation 4 today. It is available on the PlayStation Store right now. We've got huge information on the future of the God of War franchise. We are coming close to the release of the new God of War title, and we've got insight on what the future of this series holds. And finally, a notable character is making his way over to Tekken 7. More on that in a little bit. First, let's talk about this brand new HD remaster that's been kind of quietly released today, and that's Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. This is probably the most underrated Assassin's Creed game in the entire franchise, probably along with Syndicate. You can really make an argument for either. Assassin's Creed Rogue was actually released after the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were released, and oddly enough, the game was actually released on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. If you remember, it came out back in 2014, and it was released on the same day as Assassin's Creed Unity. Unity was made for PS4 and Xbox One, while Rogue was made for 360 PS3. Most gamers, of course, picked up Unity because it was on the next generation consoles, and I would say most were insanely disappointed by Assassin's Creed Unity. That game was just a gigantic mess, but quietly, the gamers that checked out Assassin's Creed Rogue were pleasantly surprised. It harkens back to a lot of the gameplay elements from Assassin's Creed 4, and while I wouldn't say it's quite as good of a game as Assassin's Creed 4, that game was just excellent. Assassin's Creed Rogue has one of the more interesting stories in the entire franchise. Experience the darkest chapter in Assassin's Creed lore yet. Remastered for next-gen platforms, assume the role of Shay, an assassin during the French and Indian War, and witness the cataclysmic events that force him to betray the Brotherhood in order to prevent further catastrophe. Play the most visually stunning version of Assassin's Creed Rogue with remastered graphics for next-gen platforms. Become the most feared assassin hunter in history as you battle former allies as a member of the Templars. Cast off in your ship, the Morrigan, and set sail with improved naval gameplay featuring new weapons and enemy tactics. Assassin's Creed Rogue has been remastered for PlayStation 4 Pro, featuring native 4K, and the standard PS4 model will be running it at 1080p. Best of all, the game did just release at $30, so it's a very cheap investment. Good to see, because Burnout Paradise Remastered also just came out. That was a much older game than Rogue, and that title was released for $40, and I've been vocal in saying that while I think Burnout Paradise was a great game, was priced a little bit too high. I think $30 is a perfect price for AC Rogue Remastered. Obviously, I could always be cheap and want it for $20, but you get the idea. $30 is a fine investment for this game. If you're not going to pick it up now, at the very least, if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, add it to your wish list and pick it up sometime down the line when it is discounted. Moving on from that, we've got some pretty big news on the future of the God of War games. We got a lot of God of War information yesterday. There was a lot of gameplay released, a lot of trailers, and in an interview that was conducted by YouTube channel Jagat Play with Aaron Kaufman, the Sony Santa Monica senior community strategist, he talked about the future of the God of War franchise that is seeing a little bit of a reboot with this new game being released on April 20th. Kaufman said this, quote, "This God of War is chapter 2 of Kratos. We know right now we want to stay in the Norse universe. We want to explore this relationship between a father and a son." So that suggests that Kratos will be sticking around in the future God of War titles, as will his son and the world of Norse mythology. So most gamers see this as a positive shift for God of War. The past God of War titles were great, but they did get a little stale by God of War Ascension. This looks to be the future of God of War for the next little bit, and if they continue with the pattern in shaking up the franchise every 10 to 15 years, I personally believe that God of War is a franchise that can have a lot of lasting power on it. Again, this new God of War game, titled just God of War, will be released on April 20th, and there are a couple of special editions, as well as a PlayStation 4 Pro console, so definitely give that a look if you've yet to pick up a PS4 Pro. And finally, a notable character in Final Fantasy XV's Noctis is now available in Tekken 7. Wanted to give this a mention because Tekken 7 has been one of our favorite fighting games of this generation, and Noctis acts as the game's second additional guest character. You'll find Noctis under Tekken 7's downloadable content tab, and you'll need the latest update for the game, which is around 3 gigabytes. While Final Fantasy XV wasn't everybody's favorite Final Fantasy title, I think Noctis is a very recognizable character, and a character that at the very least you like his stylization and his presentation, so him making an impact in Tekken 7 is pretty cool. If you're like me and enjoyed Tekken 7, well then this is another nice additional bonus. That is gonna conclude this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you checking out Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered, or is this one you're gonna wait on? What do you think about the future of God of War and it staying in the Norse universe? We're very excited for the new God of War title, and it does look like that this series is here to stay. And let us know if you'll be checking out Noctis in Tekken 7. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.